Hello, everyone. This is Lisa Wozniak with Woz Marketing, and I'm thrilled to have with me today Kelly Schell from Dream Consulting. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about Kelly. Kelly's been in the behavioral health field since 2007, and she's gained a considerable amount of knowledge in positions such as treatment centers, billing companies, and a utilization review company. And in 2013, she started helping therapists with insurance credentialing and other tasks that alleviated their workload. That grew into something bigger and made Kelly happy to know that she was helping others. Kelly's company, Dream Consulting, not only handles insurance credentialing, but the billing aspects behind a thriving practice. Kelly really enjoys working for her clients and seeing the motivation and drive that they have as they begin to watch their practice grow. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Kelly. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'd like to know, Kelly, how did you end up deciding on your specialty niche?
Well, while I was working for the utilization review company, she had a phone call from a therapist, which at that time they were only working with treatment centers. So she said, hey, do you want to help this therapist get in network with insurances and also help with other things such as electronic funds transfer and some other tasks that she wanted me to do. So I started doing research, and that's where I began doing the insurance credentialing from.
Well, that's fantastic. So who's your target market? Who are the folks you like to work with the most?
I do enjoy the therapists, LCSWs, LMHC, LMFT, LPC, and so on. They're very appreciative because they're working with their clients as well to better them and help them. So I feel like I'm contributing to that so that they no longer have to do follow-up calls and so on with the insurance companies.
That's great. So now, what are some of the pain points that you've noticed that private practice owners are experiencing?
Well, once they fill out an application with insurances, they can have the issues of they lose the application, the insurance that is, and they have to start the process all over again. It can take anywhere from 90 to 120 business days, which can be very time consuming. And they have to just make sure that every single document is in that packet, or else basically they'll just throw away the application. They want everything, cross every T and dot every I when it comes to insurance credentialing.
Holy smokes, I had no idea. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Typically, how long does credentialing take usually?
Some of the government insurances can take a little bit longer, like Medicare and Medicaid. It can take 90 days to 120 business days. Down here in South Florida, it does take 210 business days for Medicare. So that can be a very long time to wait to see any new clients. And then the commercial insurances can take the normal 90 to 120 days.
Wow. Yeah, that's a significant amount of time. And even at that, I think that you were telling me earlier that there's still no guarantees with regards to that, right?
That's correct. It's not a guarantee that they'll accept you into their network. Sometimes they ask that you wait 30 days or 60 days even to reapply, or they ask you can actually do an appeal, which is what I offer. I offer appeals and submit that to a manager or even at the actual insurance company.
Wow. So tell me, how much do insurance companies on average, how much do they reimburse? Is there like a percentage amount, or is it a flat rate, or?
They do. It varies down here in South Florida. Again, I do nationwide, but I know the typical rates can range from $60 to $125 an hour session, but it's also based on your licensure, if you're at PhD level or master's level.
Okay. So, kind of for folks who maybe don't understand how the system all works and the things that you do for your clients, can you kind of give us an idea of specifically how you help your clients with insurance?
Sure. So I gather all the information from them. I ask for their diploma. I ask for just a list of specialties, their license, their resume they'll need, and their liability insurance and the W-9. So those are the key things that the insurances request. And then I fill out the application, whichever they're inquiring about, from start to finish. I fill out the application, a follow-up, doing monthly follow-ups, and I just keep track of it. That way it doesn't get lost or that we have to start all over.
You know, I would imagine that for somebody who is just starting out in private practice, that would be a huge burden. I can see where folks would really want to enlist your services for that. I can't even imagine keeping track of that level of detail over some of them saying, you're saying 210 days. I think I would probably lose my mind by then. So can you give us a sense of how this has impacted your clients, the work that you do for them? Like how are things different for them as a result of their enlisting your services for them?
Well, they don't have to do the follow-up since continuing the communication between the insurance and the provider themselves, knowing what the status is. They no longer have to do that. They don't have to worry that I'm not, following up. And as well, you have to do the appeal if they decide that there's too many people in that demographic area, or if they're not looking for that specific licensure. You just have to make sure that they have a specific specialty maybe that they're looking for that stands out compared to other providers.
That's terrific. So yeah, with your services, because you're in this industry, you know all of those ins and outs of what the insurance companies are looking for and kind of the back doors of making sure that they get picked up by that insurance provider rather than just someone who would just fill out the paperwork and send it in and hope for the best.
Yeah, and they also look for if you speak a different language. Those are things that they are on their high priority list.
That's fantastic. I can definitely see why folks would really need your services if they're just starting out in private practice. That's a huge headache to take off of somebody's shoulders. What a blessing you are to them. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Kelly. If you could give only one piece of advice to somebody in private practice, what would that be?
I would say do your research, ask other therapists in the area what insurances they are or are not on, which ones might benefit them. Because I know a lot of therapists speak to each other and give referrals. But it's best to know, what the rates are, if you can find those out, and if they're even willing to share it. Because I don't mind sharing information and just to help those in need. But you always need to do your homework and do your research before you jump into insurances. Some prefer just to do self-pay. So I give them the different options of how to go about it.
That's terrific. That's terrific. So I understand you have a favorite quote. What is your favorite quote and why?
My favorite quote, I'll tell you the one that is on my website because I really do follow that. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. And that one is, it's like leaving my head now. It's to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path.
That's beautiful. I love that. And it helps drill it down to what's really most important in life, doesn't it?
Yes.
I love that you have built your business based on those principles and how you are serving others as a means of business for yourself. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I know that you've got a special offer for a free 30-minute consult for folks. So can you tell us how people can get a hold of you, and maybe a little bit about your website and what they can expect when they call and schedule that free 30-minute consult with you?
Sure, they can either have the 30-minute consult, or they could split it up, 15 minutes the first call, or if they have more questions, they can call another time. My phone is always on. My call number is 954-643-9285, and you can reach me also by email. It's kellyconsult@comcast.net, which I'm sure you'll share. And my website is dreamconsultingfl.com.
dreamconsultingfl.com. Okay, that's fantastic. Folks, if you're in private practice and you need to get on some insurance panels, I really recommend that you contact Kelly Schell at dreamconsultantsfl.com.
dreamconsultingfl.com, yes.
dreamconsultingfl.com. She'll make sure that she takes really great care of you and uses every trick she has in the book to get you on whatever insurance panel that you're interested in getting on. And, Kelly, I thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I know that you're a busy lady and always working to selflessly help others. So I just want you to know how much I appreciate you taking the time to explain how all of this insurance credentialing works to us, and to offering that free consultation for anybody watching this who wants to get on insurance panels. Thanks so much for your time today, Kelly.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, folks, this is Lisa Wozniak with Woz Marketing, helping you navigate your yellow brick road.